Follow the exact steps in this video and avoid just 3 simple mistakes. And there's a 99% chance your cat will happily choose to sit on your lap, not because you force them, but because their brain will decide your lap is the safest, most irresistible place to be. Let's begin. And first, never make these 3 mistakes. Mistake 1. The biggest mistake cat owners make is the grab and place. You see your cat walking by, you want affection, so you reach down, pick them up, and put them in your lap. Research from the University of Lincoln revealed something shocking. When you pick up your cat without warning, their stress hormone cortisol spikes by 38% in just 8 seconds. Their heart rate jumps from 140 to over 220 beats per minute. That's equivalent to a human being grabbed by a stranger in a dark parking lot. Your cat's amygdala, the fear center, lights up. Every time you force them, you're training their brain that your lap equals trapped and unsafe. Mistake 2. Here's a mistake that seems loving but is actually terrifying. You're sitting there hoping your cat will come over, so you watch them. You make eye contact. You stare with what you think is affection, but in cat language, sustained direct eye contact means something completely different. In the wild, cats stare before fighting. It's a threat signal. A study in Animal Cognition Journal found that cats interpret eye contact lasting more than 3 seconds as aggression. Their amygdala activates within 1.2 seconds. You think you're saying "I love you," but your cat receives the message "I'm a threat. Stay away." This is why cats often approach the person, ignoring them. Mistake 3. This mistake happens when your cat finally does sit in your lap. You get excited. You might gasp, call someone over, or immediately start petting enthusiastically. All of these reactions are disasters. Cats have 32 muscles in each ear compared to our 6, making them incredibly sensitive to sudden sounds. Their whiskers detect air pressure changes from 3 feet away, sensing your excitement before you even move. When you react with enthusiasm, your cat experiences sensory overload. A study from Oregon State University found that cats receiving calm, minimal reactions stayed an average of 12 minutes longer than cats whose owners showed excitement. Your celebration is literally scaring them away from your lap. Now, here's what actually works. Now that you understand what destroys your chances, let me show you the exact step-by-step method that turns even the most standoffish cats into devoted lap sitters. This protocol was developed by Japanese researchers who studied 3,000 cats over 4 years. It produced an 81% success rate within 2 to 3 weeks. Even formerly feral cats who'd never been lap cats responded to this method. The key is working with your cat's biology instead of against it. You're going to build trust gradually, trigger the right instincts, and let your cat make autonomous decisions. Here's exactly how to do it starting tonight. Step 1. Choose your spot and time. The first step isn't about your cat at all. Choose one specific spot in your home, elevated at least 8 inches off the ground. Cats are hardwired to prefer elevated positions because height equals safety in the wild. Now here's the critical part. Sit in this exact spot at the exact same time every day for 7 days. Set an alarm if needed. Cats are creatures of pattern and routine. Their hippocampus strengthens neural pathways through repetition. By day 4, your cat will anticipate your presence in that spot. Their brain will expect you there. This creates the foundation for everything else that follows in this method. Step 2. Create the thermal zone. Cornell University's Feline Health Center discovered something incredible through thermal imaging. Between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., cats' body temperatures naturally drop by 1.3 degrees, triggering their thermoregulation instinct. They start searching for external heat sources. Time your sessions during this window and your success rate doubles. Place a heating pad on your lap set to the lowest setting, covered with a soft blanket. This creates approximately 95 degrees surface temperature. Why this specific number? Cats maintain body temperature between 100.5 and 102.5 degrees. A University of California study found that surfaces at 95 degrees were chosen 83% of the time. Your lap is now the highest value thermal resource in your home. Step 3. The waiting game. This is the hardest step because it requires doing absolutely nothing. After establishing your spot and creating the thermal gradient, you wait. Don't call your cat. Don't make kissing noises. Don't pat your lap. Don't reach toward them. Just exist like they're not there. This is called passive availability, the core principle behind the Japanese study's 81% success rate. You're creating zero-pressure environment where your cat makes autonomous decisions. Cats are control-obsessed. Their survival depends on maintaining control over environment and escape routes. Remove all pressure and simply exist as warm, soft, non-threatening presence. This process takes days, not minutes. Step 4. Master the slow blink. While sitting in your spot with your heated lap, completely ignore your cat. If you notice them looking at you, turn your head 45 degrees to the side. Hold it there for 5 seconds. Then slowly close both eyes and keep them closed for 2 full seconds. This is called an affiliative slow blink. A study in hormones and behavior measured oxytocin levels before and after cats received slow blinks. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, increased by 47% within 90 seconds. You're literally chemically bonding with your cat at a hormonal level. When your cat slow blinks back, your brain releases oxytocin too, creating a powerful feedback loop. Step 5. The blanket movement technique. While sitting there with your heated lap, create micro-movements that trigger curiosity without fear. Take your blanket edge and move it incredibly slowly across your lap, 1 inch every 3 seconds. This specific speed mimics an injured small animal. Your cat's lateral geniculate nucleus, the motion processing brain region, is tuned to detect this exact speed. Fast movement signals healthy prey that escapes. No movement signals dead prey. But slow, intermittent movement screams vulnerable prey, activating investigative curiosity. The blanket softness signals safety, while the movement signals intrigue. This creates a dual trigger response. Your cat's brain gets confused in the best way possible, pulling them closer. Step 6. The play connection. Here's a technique that triples your success rate and speeds up the process. 12 minutes before your scheduled lap time, engage your cat in intensive, interactive play. Use a wand toy that mimics bird flight patterns. Make it dart, dive, and move unpredictably. Play until your cat shows visible tiredness with slower movements and heavier breathing. Why does this work? Play triggers massive dopamine release in your cat's brain. After intense play, dopamine levels spike, then gradually decline over 15 minutes. During this decline, they experience post-hunt satisfaction. In the wild, cats hunt, eat, then find warm, safe places to rest. Your heated lap becomes the perfect post-hunt resting spot. Step 7. Understanding the approach sequence. When your cat finally approaches after days of this routine, they follow a predictable sequence. First, they'll come within 3 feet and sit facing you without moving closer. This is the evaluation phase, scanning for threats and watching your body language. Stay perfectly still. This lasts 2 to 5 minutes. Then they stand and move to within 1 foot, possibly sniffing the air. They're analyzing your scent for stress pheromones. If you're genuinely calm, your sweat composition changes, producing fewer alarm chemicals. After 1 to 3 minutes, they'll approach close enough to sniff your blanket or leg. Let them investigate without reacting. This entire sequence might take several days to complete. When they finally jump up, when your cat finally makes the decision to jump onto your lap, a biological timer starts. For the first 45 seconds, they're in high alert mode, ready to bolt at any perceived threat. During this window, they'll typically circle once or twice. This isn't random. In the wild, cats circle before lying down to check for predators and create a comfortable depression. Your cat is performing ancestral behavior hardwired into their brainstem. Let them circle without any interference. Don't touch them. Don't speak. If you try petting during these first 45 seconds, behavioral data shows 78% chance they'll immediately leave. After 45 seconds, their parasympathetic nervous system activates. Step 9. The scent exchange. After those critical 45 seconds pass and your cat settles, extend one finger toward their nose. Stop about 2 inches away. Don't close the gap. Let them come to you. This is a nose greeting, fundamental to cat social behavior. Cats have 200 million scent receptors compared to humans' 5 million. Their entire social structure is built on scent communication. When colony cats greet each other, they touch noses to exchange scent information. If your cat bumps your finger with their nose or rubs their cheek against it, something massive just happened. They're transferring pheromones from their temporal glands onto you. They're literally marking you as colony family, not threat. Step 10. The proper petting protocol. Now that your cat marked you with their scent, you can start petting, but follow the scientifically proven sequence. Start behind the ears with gentle circular motions for exactly 8 seconds. This area has the highest concentration of sebaceous glands cats use to mark territory. You're helping them mark you while creating pleasurable sensations. Gentle pressure triggers endorphin release in their brain. After 8 seconds, move under the chin for 5 seconds. Cats can't groom this area themselves, so they find this particularly satisfying. Finally, use one finger to stroke down their spine from neck to tail base. Why one finger? Multiple fingers create too much pressure and trigger defensive startle responses. Step 11. Recognizing success signals. As your cat settles into your lap over multiple sessions, recognize biological markers indicating genuine bonding. First, listen for purring. Purring at 25 to 50 Hz frequency promotes healing and relaxation in both cats and humans. If they're purring, they're content. Second, watch their paws. If they start kneading your lap with alternating front paws, this behavior retained from kittenhood means they feel completely safe. Third, observe their eyes. Slow blinks while sitting on you actively reinforce the bond. Fourth, check body position. A cat lying on their side or back with belly exposed displays ultimate trust. The belly is their most vulnerable area. Step 12. Building duration over time. Your first successful lap sitting session might only last 2 to 3 minutes before your cat gets up and leaves. This is completely normal and actually good. Build duration gradually. Never try preventing your cat from leaving. Never hold them down or block their exit. The moment they want to leave, let them go without fuss. Each time your cat chooses to sit, then chooses to leave on their own terms, they're building positive associations. They learn your lap is a place they have complete control over. No traps, no forced affection. Over 2 weeks, you'll notice duration naturally increases. Cats allowed to leave paradoxically stay longer than cats whose owners restrict them. Step 13. The consistency factor. Here's what separates success from failure with this method. You must maintain perfect consistency for at least 14 days straight. Same spot, same time, same calm energy, same routine. Missing even 1 day resets your cat's pattern recognition and forces you to start over. Their hippocampus needs repetition to strengthen those neural pathways. You think of it like building a habit. Research shows it takes cats between 12 to 18 days to form new behavioral patterns. By day 14, your cat's brain has rewired itself to associate your lap with safety, warmth, and positive experiences. Skip a day, and you're disrupting that crucial neural development process. What if it's not working? If you followed every step perfectly for 3 full weeks and your cat still won't sit, rule out 3 medical issues immediately. First, arthritis. A shocking 82% of cats over age 12 have some degree of arthritis, particularly in hips and spine. Sitting becomes uncomfortable. They associate your lap with pain and avoid it. Your vet can prescribe pain management. Second, hyperthyroidism affects approximately 10% of senior cats, causing restlessness and inability to settle. A simple blood test diagnoses this. Third, dental disease creates chronic low-level pain, making cats irritable and touch-averse. Many cats hide dental pain until it's severe. Treating underlying issues often transforms standoffish cats into affectionate lap cats. Understanding breed differences. Genetics play a much bigger role than most people realize. Some breeds were selectively bred over hundreds of generations for specific personality traits. Ragdolls were specifically bred to go limp when picked up and seek constant human contact. They have genetic variations affecting their oxytocin receptors, making them exceptionally bonding-oriented. Persian cats similarly were bred for calm, docile temperaments over centuries. On the opposite end, Bengals and Abyssinians have strong genetic ties to wild cat species. They were bred for high energy, independence, and prey drive. These cats absolutely can become lap cats, but it requires more time and perfect execution because you're working against genetic predisposition. The catnip warning. Never use catnip to lure your cat to your lap. Here's why this backfires. Approximately 30% of cats have a genetic variation making them completely unresponsive to catnip. For the 70% who respond, catnip triggers temporary neurological response lasting about 10 minutes. It creates artificial euphoria by binding to opioid receptors in their brain. When that high wears off, there's no residual bonding, no trust building, no genuine preference for your lap. You're essentially drugging your cat into temporary compliance. Worse, some cats become aggressive or anxious when coming down from catnip. You want authentic bonding based on positive associations, not chemical manipulation. The final truth. Your cat's brain processes trust, safety, and bonding through completely different neural pathways than dogs or humans. They're not being stubborn or difficult. They're being authentically cat. Every behavior we've discussed, the slow approach, the circling, the scent checking, the temperature seeking, these are sophisticated survival mechanisms refined over 10 million years of feline evolution. When you work with these instincts instead of against them, when you speak your cat's biological language instead of forcing them to speak yours, transformation happens. The success rate is 81% within 2 to 3 weeks. Start tonight. Same spot, same time, same calm energy, 2 weeks of perfect consistency. Your lap cat is waiting to emerge.